Video game cartoons.
I was born with a plunger in my hand.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, they're pretty terrible. Video game cartoons just never seem to work.
When Cranky learns you're messing with a coconut this way.
But then, hey, sometimes they do. It's as simple as that, to be honest. They pull a rabbit out of the hat and make magic happen. And that's what we're looking at today. The top 7 best video game cartoons and anime. It's juice and jam time. I've always wanted to say that. When it comes to Sonic the Hedgehog, you never really know what you're gonna get until you try it. That was my mentality towards the Sonic Boom TV show.
Order up for Sonic? I think you mean Sonic.
But making an animated series based off of Sonic Boom of all things, a name that will immediately make most people go, ugh, was a pretty bold move.
And I'm here about the sidekick position.
What? But you're my arch nemesis.
But surprisingly enough, however, the show is very entertaining. It follows Sonic and friends just doing stuff.
There are no words, just pictures.
Just like the novel I'm writing.
Sonic Boom's greatest strength is that it doesn't take itself too seriously at all. Its main focus is on having fun with the characters, putting them in wacky situations, and even sometimes making fun of themselves.
Dude, is that Tomatopotamus too?
That's the best one in the entire series! Tomatopotamus never worked in 3D.
Yeah, the show is pretty self-aware of the series' reputation amongst hardcore fans, and plays up to it.
His name's Dreamcaster! That's the worst name I've ever heard.
I mean, heck, there's even an episode where Sonic gets kidnapped by an obsessed fan and makes him roleplay his Sonic fanfiction, living out the dreams of so many people on the internet. The show aired on Cartoon Network, the same network that airs shows like the new Powerpuff Girls and Teen Titans Go, cartoons that just completely go for ADD randomness and memes. Action cartoons are practically dead at this point in the mainstream. But Sonic Boom, however, actually manages to balance both clever and comedic writing, as well as action that fans will genuinely enjoy.
All using state-of-the-art blast processing technology!
Blast processing technology? Those are just phony baloney buzzwords to fool the simple-minded!
Oh, anime! If there was ever a game series desperately in need for a revival, F-Zero would probably be on that list somewhere. A game about futuristic car races involving creatures from all over the universe. This has TV show written all over it. I mean, look at this guy. Wouldn't you want to see him every morning on TV? Well, I hope so, because Japan has got you covered. F-Zero GP Legend, or as it's known in Japan, F-Zero Falcon Densetsu. The anime primarily follows the adventures of Captain Falcon fighting crime, solving mysteries, and racing, of course. All in all, though, the anime was pretty good. It had likable characters, interesting plots, good action, weird experimental CGI car races. I'd put this on the level of something like Sonic X. If that cartoon was something you enjoyed, like I did, definitely check out F-Zero GP Legend. And of course, the main reason this show is on the list, that one super epic Falcon Punch! Best show ever. This is now number 1. Here we have something a little more recent. The Netflix exclusive, Castlevania.
Would you please leave my testicles alone? Ugh.
Netflix and chill? More like Netflix and kill. Because, you know, the show is a little violent. Okay, it's super violent. Castlevania the anime series is so metal. That's the best way I can personally describe it. It holds nothing back. There's blood, people getting eviscerated by demons, more blood, more evisceration, all shown in graphic detail. That being said, though, I think this was the best route the series could have taken. I mean, just think about the concept of what Castlevania is. It's about a vampire hunter looking to slay vampires. You can't really make that into a kid-friendly show.
You can choke me, you can shake me, but mess my hair? No way!
Okay, scratch that. You can't do it right. Originally, this hyper-violent Castlevania was planned to be created as a movie, all the way back in 2005. Constant delays and issues, however, caused it to never see the light of day, until 2017, when Netflix picked it up. Thanks, Netflix! If you want something completely new out of your video game to cartoon experience, Castlevania will definitely quench that thirst. The thirst of blood! Because he's a vampire, you probably got that. Star Fox Zero, The Battle Begins. It's only a 1-episode, 15-minute short that the official Nintendo YouTube channel has uploaded in its entirety. It came out to help promote the Star Fox Zero game released in 2016. It's got a really unique style, with high-quality animation, good voice acting, and a more in-depth look to the Star Fox crew and their daily life, like Slippy being my spirit animal.
Slippy Toad.
And Falco sucking at Star Fox.
Ah, dang it! Ah!
Get good, kid. And that's all I'm gonna talk about because it's a 15-minute short. The episode just essentially builds the Star Fox world and introduces everyone in case this is your first time with the series. But it's really cool that they went this extra mile just to help promote the game. I think more game companies should do that. It's really charming.
I'd really appreciate it if we could cut to the title sequence now. All right, you got it, pal.
Okay, now we're in obscure territory. Who here remembers Earthworm Jim?
Oh boy!
It was a game series released in the mid-90s, a time when all video game companies were trying to create the next Sonic or Mario. Along with Earthworm Jim, we had Bubsy, Rocket Knight, Booger Man, etc. However, out of all of those characters, Earthworm Jim was the one who got his own cartoon.
I'm here to save a princess, and if she doesn't have little wings and a funny name, I'm gonna be really cheesed off.
The premise of the show has evil aliens from all over the galaxy looking for ultimate power, and Earthworm Jim has to stop them. The reason this cartoon makes the list is because of its charm. It's just so 90s.
Nickelodeon!
Its animation style is very bouncy and wild, similar to other lovable shows of the time, like Ren and Stimpy, Rocko's Modern Life, and Tiny Toon Adventures. The writing is also just all over the place. Characters will be super serious one minute, then have a wacky spaz attack the next, and then what I can only describe as 90s randomness.
The way I feel right now, even garbage has lost its subtle charm.
Earthworm Jim himself is voiced by Dan Castellaneta, aka the voice of Homer Simpson. I don't ever really hear anyone talk about this cartoon, so I assume it's pretty criminally underrated. Which is a shame, because we have a real hidden gem on our hands.
Rest assured, with Earthworm Jim as your protector, nothing in the universe shall ever harm you! With the possible exception of a cow.
Kerbo, the big ball of puff. Kirby Right Back At Ya is one of those classic Saturday morning cartoons. You wake up and it's 9:30 in the morning, and you're waiting for that awesome mid-2000s Ninja Turtle series to start up, with your bowl of Lucky Charms right by your side. But right before that, you see BAM! Kirby Right Back At Ya, featuring beloved Kirby classics like Kirby, Blonde Girl, Emo Boy, and Angry Brooklyn King DDD.
I turned myself into an ice cube and I still ain't sick. What am I doing wrong?
Kirby, however, remained a silent protagonist, which, if the Legend of Zelda cartoon series is to go by anything, that was for the best.
Hey, for you, Zelda, anything.
So acting as Kirby's mouthpiece are his two friends, Emo Boy and Blonde Girl, otherwise known as Tiff and Tuff. The focus more often than not will feel like it's on them, since Kirby is the most Kirby he will ever be in this show. 90% of the time he'll be eating or sleeping, only taking action when need be. Relatable. You never know what you're gonna get with each episode. It's like a mysterious bag of goods. It's the perfect Saturday morning cartoon, mixing charm, cuteness, and action, and is easily one of the best video game cartoons. Or anime, if you're picky with words. Did you know that there was an Animal Crossing movie? Because I didn't. Nobody tells me anything. But yeah, a Japanese exclusive Animal Crossing movie was made back in 2006. The movie is absolutely charming, perfectly capturing the pure joy, innocence, and atmosphere of the Animal Crossing games.
Animal Village! My name's I just moved in today!
The movie follows the same exact plot as the games. Here, we follow a young girl who has just moved into a new town. Her name is I, and doesn't take long for her to realize that this town is a little quirky. Its citizens are all cute talking animals, some friendly, and others not so much.
What do you think you're doing?
The rest of the movie is exactly what you'd expect, especially if you've played any Animal Crossing game before. There's bug catching, friend making, and of course, the KK Slider concert. Yeah, that's how it went. It was pretty punk. The Animal Crossing movie is bound to put a smile on your face and keep it there from beginning to end. It's beyond cute. But why listen to my opinion? Go and check it out for yourself. There's an English fan dub on YouTube that's done tremendously well. Obviously, a lot of passion was put into it.
Mother, since we'll be gathering a lot more cherries, please send some yummy cherry pie recipes.
If you couldn't tell, I really love this movie, and in my opinion, is the #1 video game cartoon / anime. I probably could have worded that better.